Alright, there we go.
There.
I think we're getting underway.
See?
Hello, cat. We're doing the cats for the views. The cat for the views. There we go.
Let Lewis be our thumbnail.
Hello, buddy.
I mean, cat videos do get a lot of views.
Watch my cat get high on catnip while we play D&D.
Yep. Ooh. Alright, cool. So we are streaming right now. So, how is everybody doing?
As I lick my fingers.
Doing good.
So today has been a little bit of a weird day. We have one of our members is on the road as of current. And we don't know where Noah is.
I think he said he couldn't come.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, there's at least one person who
Like,
said that they
Taylor's
just straight couldn't do it.
All over?
See, the cool thing would be like, I wish we could do this in person because then we could all get together. Each week we could change who brings a meal. All sit around.
That's what my group used to do.
That would be
That
fun.
sounds fun.
But it works best if everyone's in the same place, and we almost never are.
We do not live near each other. Well, some of us do.
Some of us live freakishly
I don't know,
near each
Ethan,
other.
if you get measuring cups, then maybe.
I feel like I potentially shouldn't have been the one who said that, but you know.
Yep.
Since I'm now 7 hours away from the rest of you.
Boo.
Most of us don't live near each other.
Really good though. Wait, what'd you do this morning? Like, what'd you do, Ma? Ethan, you.
Yeah, I
person.
think I live furthest from Andrew right now.
Clearly.
The
Whole
whole
30
15
seconds,
feet.
whatever shall you do?
Alright, so,
Ow!
ladies and gentlemen, if you remember how we left last session left you, Bertram, Bertram dying from Ethan's beef stroganoff. I kid, Ethan. I actually do trust your culinary ability, which you have proven to us before. But so, with Bertram and a breaking machine on top of Malambard.
So before I forget,
Yes.
because I will forget to tell you guys this, both I and Casita can actually tell you what that ability that Nath was using was, the bit where she was teleporting.
Handy.
She's a shadow dancer, so she's basically teleporting between shadows.
That's only slightly concerning.
Well,
I don't
see,
like
the thing
that.
is, for shadows you need light, so if we cast a darkness spell, technically she can't do it anymore.
Huh.
Interesting.
We also
Or-
can't see.
Or, just stun her and knock her out, but...
Yeah, that might be a little bit more complicated. Darkness seems to be a little bit easier.
Well, darkness will only stop her from doing the teleport thing. It won't stop her from using any of her other abilities.
Yeah.
That's true.
And just hiding.
Well, maybe if we trap her by casting darkness, such that she
There are
can't
also-
roll around, she'll be easier to knock out.
There are also several things I can't do if people can't
see.
Yeah.
Cast darkness, go in, stun her, drop the darkness, and have everyone pile on her.
That's alright.
A foolproof plan, nothing can go wrong.
I feel like that's not our first priority at this particular second.
Absolutely not, but I thought I should let people know about that.
Yes. So at the moment,
Helpful.
3 of your party members are under a pile of rocks, and Bertram is kind of flapping weakly in this sort of descending spiral above the top of Malambard, with Casita and Vilcus clinging to him. Last time we checked, I believe Eliseth is a bird.
Mm-hmm.
And Triss and Nexa are on the ground. Dozy is face up under a pile of rocks, and Kazaroth and Karens are face down under a pile of rocks. So, what do you guys want to do?
Is the rock still there too? Is Rock the Dwayne Johnson still there?
Rock the Dwayne Johnson is still there, as far as we know.
Okay.
Can Rock the Dwayne Johnson try and move the rubble? Sorry, what'd you say, Harley?
Yeah.
What just happened?
I think you froze up in audio, Harley. Did you say it again?
No, I said go ahead. Gabrielle, go.
Oh. Can the Rock try and move the rubble?
Can the Rock try to move the rocks?
Yes.
I don't
The
see
Rock
why not.
moves itself.
Karen has a spell that can move rocks, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, but like the
Yeah,
Rock.
but he's face down under a rock.
That's
Oh,
true.
that's true.
Oh,
And the
Gabrielle,
Rock
how much
can-
damage did I take last session?
You don't want to know the answer to that.
I know it was half of the falling rocks from improved evasion.
I think it was 25 points, but I can actually like it's. I'm pretty sure I wrote it in fine point and like in little letters next to your HP on the character thing. But let me actually try and
I'll
find
take
it.
a look. Thank you.
No problem.
So Bertram is like, he's flapping and he's coming in for a landing, and he's coming in and he just goes, "Alright, brace yourselves!"
Okay, like actually, please try and land carefully because if you knock over one of the
Break anything else?
things, yes, you're at 101.
Excellent, thank you.
So you see Bertram, he comes in hard, he lands on his side, like you see his wing hit, and the ground shakes, he kind of skids to a stop in between these two pillars.
Worrisome.
And you see that, like, as he hits the ground, you see that there's, like, blood is kind of flowing off of him. He looks exhausted, his breathing is very heavy. He appears to be trembling.
So, question.
Yes.
Does the machine look like it's actively, like, degrading or, like, breaking?
The machine is looking... I mean, it's not showing any obvious signs of degrading. No, it's still intact. It's just like... It's sort of like when your computer starts to run really hot. It's like your computer isn't falling apart, but it sounds like it might explode.
Okay. Then Nexa's going to tell the people who can actually lift things to get the rocks off the clerics, and she's going to go try to keep the machine stable.
Alright.
Ethan was asking about having the Rock move the rocks, too, in Roll20.
Yeah, sure, Dozy, you can absolutely command the Rock to try to move the rocks. Have the Rock make a strength check to move them rocks.
Should I do a knowledge engineering for
Please
trying
do.
to keep the machine stable? Okay.
Please.
Please roll play for me. Oh. Oh. Guys, I am so sorry.
Oh no.
I am so sorry.
Oh, what
Because
now?
despite the fact that I have a +10 to knowledge engineering, that doesn't help when you roll a natural 1.
I did call that I was saying that I said that I was gonna go and help. Would that give her advantage on the roll?
I had said that it does, so you do get another shot at this one.
Oh, thank you, dear Lord. Okay, that really wasn't much better, but it wasn't a natural 1. Total of 13.
Total of 13. Wow, okay. Alright, so...
Why is that so low? Hold on.
Alright, so you're looking at this machine...
Wait.
Yes.
I forgot to do math.
That's...
like
The total of 50... Wait. Give me 2 seconds. I think I added wrong.
I rolled 50.
So, in the...
Okay, total of 15.
Okay, so 15. In the good news department, the Rock is able to move the boulders from the backs of your entire spellcasting core. They're looking rather rumpled and bloody and confused, and they're not happy people.
We seem to be having a lot of ceilings collapsing on us on this trip. I'm just saying.
That makes 2, doesn't it?
Yeah!
No, 3 if you count the tunnel.
Yeah, we did Yeah,
what was
The,
the
the,
second
the
one?
tunnel under the meat locker when they used the
Yeah, that was the
rock-
first one. What was the second one?
I was thinking in the same encounter when they tried the same trick in the tunnel to the meat locker. There was
Ah.
like the room, and then there was the tunnel to the meat locker.
Gotcha.
that's true.
I
We
don't
need
know.
to make contingency plans for this.
Whoa,
Sean!
it's Sean! So,
Sean is mute.
Can you not hear me?
Oh, there
Oh,
you
there
go.
you go.
alright. At the moment, Sean, you've just been removed from under a pile of rocks by a giant bird.
Oh? Hold up, I am pulling up Roll20 now.
Not this again.
I'll let you know when I'm actually with you and can figure out what's going on.
Excellent.
Yes.
Hello, Harley.
Hey.
Yeah. Alright, so, what else? Okay, so at this point, you guys have gotten your comrades out from under the rocks. You guys are kind of standing up, rubbing your joints and your head, and you're hurting. As for the moment, Bertram is currently laying in sort of a puddle of blood and nasty dragon things.
Is he dead? Or is the other one dead?
No, he appears to be alive, but he is breathing heavy. He's shaking. He looks weary and exhausted.
Do we know what the time requirement on this open heart transplant is?
As long as the machine is working.
Heh. Heh. Heh.
And just to be clear, it appears to be falling apart, right?
So next hit, you go over, and it's still running really, really hot, and it's rattling, and the alarm is still going off, and like you're about to pull a lever, and as you look down, you go, oh, and you see that it was a self-destruct lever. It was labeled self-destruct, and you're not entirely sure what that means, but you're like, not gonna pull
Hey,
that.
You good over there, Nexa?
I'm fine. Don't touch that.
Okay. Would you like help?
I mean, sure. Let's not let this thing explode or anything.
Yeah, I have 0 ideas. Do you have any?
No.
Can I
Okay.
fly in and try to help?
Can someone-
What?
Wait, is this engineering or dungeoneering?
This is
Engineering.
Just kidding. I can't help.
Seth goes, oh. Alright, so, what do you guys want to do? At the moment, you have a dragon bleeding on the ground, his heart attached to some sort of machine. The machine appears to be failing, and a crackling portal to the underworld.
What is his health? Like, how much health does he need to be not dying?
It is not a matter of health. Oh, cleric. It is a matter of my heart.
What's wrong with his heart?
It's currently out of his body and attached to a machine.
That's Bill, what?
Attached
Also,
to a
that's
machine.
a really poetic way of putting it. Good, nicely.
But very yeah. Like, can you
Look
explain
at
in
my
plain terms?
chest. Look
I'm
at my
going to-
chest.
Sean, Bertram's heart is out of his body and it's attached to a machine that is pumping it for him. So if we don't get his heart in his body, then he will die.
So why don't we just put it back in?
That's what
Do
we're
you have a
trying
great
to
idea
do.
of how to
Are
do
you proficient in
field open
scalpel?
heart transplant
Are you
on a
proficient?
dragon?
I
I can
mean,
help with that. I can help. Let's help.
we just unhook it from the machine. We put it back in his body, approximately where it should be, and then I revive him, and then I heal him, and then it reattaches where it should be.
Sounds good. Go for it.
Hold up, let me see where my spells are.
Hmm. Look at my chest.
All right, I'm gonna go take a look at his chest.
There we go. All right, all right. So
I was waiting for everybody else to stop talking.
all right, so Dozy, you walk over and you look into his chest and you see that there is what appears to be there's like a hole, almost like wrapped. Like there's an open hole, but you see what almost looks like a yarn ball in his chest, where his heart would normally be.
Okay.
But as you watch it longer, you see that the yarn appears to be moving and swirling in a ball. And every once in a while, through the yarn, you'll see a break in it, and you'll see this pulsating, like this glass heart with a pulsating black energy inside it.
Okay. Excuse me, friend. What god do you follow?
One could say
Not
that.
not talking to Bertram. Talking to Carrots.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Excuse me, friend. What god do you follow?
My dad.
Do you have
That's
do
just
you have a name?
What was the name that I had for him?
Tell you what. Just
Wasn't
come
it
here.
Irory?
Well, yes, it was Aurori. Yeah.
Just come here, fool.
Okay.
I follow the great restorer, so I can help. Just what can you tell me of what you see here?
Andrew, what would I actually roll to figure out what the heart is? The glass heart thing.
Knowledge, religion, or knowledge? Oh gosh, knowledge, religion. I think that'd be
I'm
it.
gonna try knowledge religion as well, but I don't make any guarantees.
Eliseth, you can try knowledge, nature.
I'm trained in knowledge religion. Can I give it a shot?
Absolutely.
Oh, look at that! I got a 25. Also,
Nice.
side note, I don't have my dice right now, so.
Total
Ooh.
20.
I did
Okay.
not roll well for knowledge religion, so we're just gonna. It was naturally an 8. So it's probably gonna be like a 20-ish.
All right, and what are you all specifically rolling to see?
22.
I'm trying to understand what we can do about it to remove it.
Okay, so
I'm
like,
trying to understand what it is and what the magicians did to install it. I got
okay,
22.
and Eliseth?
Eliseth, you're muted.
She's typing.
All right, okay, so the good news is you all kind of asked about different things, which is beautiful. That is how skill checks are supposed to work. So let's talk about it. Okay, so let's start with Dozy. Okay, so Dozy, you're asking us trying to figure out how to get it out. No, let's start with Sean. That makes sense. Okay, so how they got it in there. Based on what you can see, Karens, it looks like they basically they sort of cut up a swath of skin. I think survival is more related to like wild animals and like tracking and stuff. So I'm gonna say knowledge nature makes more sense here. But when it comes, it looks like basically they sort of cut it out. They had to have broken the rib and somehow healed it. Basically, it's something that broken the rib, pulled it out, and they would have had to basically, based on what you see, it's a very clean cuts where it sort of switches from an artery or various veins into blown glass. So it's a very it's bound magically, you would assume. You're not exactly sure how, but it would have to be magically. And you see that there is this sort of dark gust moving through it, right? Like almost in the way that blood would. That's based on what you see. It appears that basically they're just sort of flowing directly from veins into the glass. Alright, how to get it off? Dozy, you're not sure. The most obvious way that you can think of would be to cut the veins, and that'd be the obvious way to get. That's apparently how they got it out. I mean, you're not sure how they stopped him from bleeding when they did that. They placed a false, some sort of simulated magical heart in its place that is somehow taking the place of blood in carrying energy throughout the body. Getting it out, obviously you could try and yank it out, but the rib is still going to be in your way unless you break it again. And Eliseth, looking at it, you've seen the heart of a lot of living creatures. You've never seen one remotely as big as a dragon, but dragons are a favorite enemy of yours, so you know that dragon hearts are intentionally very well protected. They're protected by hide and scales and the rib cage and a whole lot of other dragon bits. And cutting through that alone is no easy task. And you have no idea what kind of dark wizardry they've used to do this.
Can I do a knowledge religion or knowledge arcana to try to figure out
That-
what the
Didn't really answer
magical
my
heart is?
question.
Yeah, I'd say knowledge arcana would probably be the best. And sorry, re-ask your question, Emily. That didn't answer it.
How do we get the heart back into his chest?
You don't know.
That's why I'm asking.
That sounds like a solution for the creative mind of Bedlam.
I mean, that was like kind of like the idea of using a survival check or a heal
Wait.
check or something of like trying to like, do we have to, or do we have to like, basically I'm looking to figure out how to keep the heart beating when we take it out of the machine and while we're putting it back in the drum.
Okay, that's a lot of things. Alright, so trying to figure out how to get it. Well, let's start with some obvious things. The two hearts can't be in his body at once. You have to somehow reattach the veins, disattach the veins from one heart and attach it to the other. How to keep it beating? I mean, based on your knowledge, you know that usually after an animal, is on its way out, heart usually keeps beating for a while. Certain ones, I mean, you've seen it happen. You've seen weird spasms and such past death, but you don't know how that works for dragons. I mean, that is kind of as far as you're able to figure. I mean,
Okay. Do I feel like would stitching the veins back together and then having our healers heal him, do I think that would work?
it's certainly worth a try.
Okay.
I have an idea then whenever you have a chance. I would like to explain it to you as the GM before I try explaining it in my character's voice.
Sure.
what if? So I recognize that Karen's is clearly he clearly has very good healing capabilities, right?
Yeah.
Okay. First off, I would probably ask if he's able to bring back the dead.
Most dead. That's what I was actually going to ask Andrew whenever there's a lull if I can bring back Dragon Dead.
Yeah, bringing back the soul of an immortal is yeah, that would actually probably require some sort of quest into the multiverse in order to pull that off. Those souls are the dragon souls are not like mortal souls.
Okay. So second off, this heart is probably what, 250 pounds?
It's
That's actually
hefty.
a really good point.
It takes probably about 2 or 3 of you to move.
So, well, with Vilcus there, it'll take 2. That's not my point. What I'm saying is if we have a couple people ready, if we have Eliseth ready to keep the heart going as best she can, and then a couple people ready to move the heart, then Karens and I can probably get the magic one out of him. Because like I have really good healing skill. I could probably like help staunch blood flow, try and remove the old heart. I'm not sure what that would require.
Worth asking, do we think we could teleport these things instead?
What do we have that can teleport things?
Can you cast
Especially
Dimension Door on a
250
heart?
pound things.
Can you cast Dimension Door on a heart?
I mean, you can
Okay,
transport objects, right?
into
I mean,
the rules book.
Up to a certain weight limit.
Alright, so...
Not saying we have to do it, but it might be a safer bet than trying to
Lift it and not drop it.
lift
What?
it, not drop it,
Well-
hope that the pressure of picking up a heavy object in this couple areas will not hurt something as valuable as a heart.
Well, here's the thing.
You
Dimension doors target you and touched objects, so somebody's
Yeah.
going to teleport into his chest cavity.
Andrew,
Yes.
That
better
sounds like
question.
Crap.
Does anybody have
Um,
Mage Hand?
I can regenerate pretty much any part of someone's body, including their heart. Can I do that on a dragon, though?
Which spell is that?
Regenerate.
Regenerate. Alright, and also, to answer Gabrielle's question, Mage Hand only works for Thank you, Tasha.
I just saw that. I'm pretty sure like 8 different people just said that. Wait, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, Emily's right. If we teleported to the opening at the right angle, we could probably get the heart in there, except for the rib.
I
Yeah.
have the I
How
can
small is
cast
Moses?
regenerate as well. And I've been reading this and it seems like the organ will regenerate in 1 round if the severed members are touching where they're supposed to be, but otherwise it'll take up to 20 rounds to do because it's 2d10.
Yes, but my thought is if the rest of the team can get the fake heart out, and both of us are casting regenerate, and we use some creativity from our DM, then we could both cast the roll the 2d10 and either take advantage or however Andrew thinks would be fair to like have 2 magic users shortening it or something. The problem would be the 2 problems could be is 1, would we be powerful enough even with both of us to do it on a dragon, and 2, is that heart going to kill him when we remove it, whether by him not having blood flow or it having magic to kill him.
It's a good question. It's a good question
the
about
first
the
one-
heart. You can try and find out. How would you try and find out about the heart?
First one I'll bounce to you. Could 2 magic users together create a dragon heart if they have the spell to create hearts?
You probably couldn't create a dragon heart, but you could recreate a dragon heart.
Yeah, use the regenerate spell.
You guys could.
Cool.
Oh shoot.
So I'll leave it to our Arcana people to figure out what the heart is before we take it out. Let's make sure it doesn't kill him. because the healers have a way to bring back his heart.
You
Not
know,
be the one on the machine.
yes.
Would we know? Teleporting technically takes you through a different plane, right?
Yes.
Would removing the heart from this plane kill him?
Shoot,
Make
that is a
a
really good question.
make a knowledge planes check.
Okay.
Holy crap,
Sorry.
Tasha, you are brilliant.
This is gonna take a second because all my dice are on the floor. Crap.
Quick question for Sean while she's doing
This is
that.
the strangest way I've ever tried to roll dice.
Quick
Yeah, what's
question
up?
for Sean.
Hold
do
on.
you have do you have the breath of life spell?
Breath of life. I should.
Because it's
Wait.
part of the healing domain.
Yes.
So if we both have regenerate and breath of life, we
You
have a
can't bring him
really
back to
good
life.
chance of keeping him alive.
So breath of life, to clarify.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Well, I have heal, which heals 130.
I've already used my heal, I believe.
Yeah, but I have not.
That's
far as I
crappy,
understand.
Andrew. That's only a 12.
So I have
You're not
breath of
sure?
life and heal and regenerate, and you have breath of life. I assume you have
And
multiple
regenerate.
cure, critical, and serious wounds, and I have all my channel energies to heal.
So
healing him we can do. The problem is, are we going to kill him before we can get the new heart fully functional, or the regenerated heart?
So to just throw this out there, Casita, you don't know, if leaving the plane with his heart will kill him, but you can't imagine that you'd be too happy if somebody left your plane of existence with your heart.
Well, crap. I guess teleportation might not work then. I'm sorry for bringing it up in the first place.
I never said it wouldn't work.
Yeah, but it seems like a big risk to take.
Yeah, I think that's kind of the bigger issue now is like, will planar travel with somebody's heart? Like, will that kill him? I mean, can we?
Well, I mean,
resurrect
before
the dragon?
any of the questions of trying to get the heart back into him, we have to figure out how to get this magic one out of him. Which we could theoretically teleport that blown glass magic heart out of him with Dimension Door. But then how are we going to get the new heart in without it leaving this plane? Then we get to that question. But for right now, how are we going to get it out, the old or the weird one out of him?
Is there any sort of spell that we can use to lift it that has a higher weight limit than Mage Hand? Like, is levitate a thing, or is that just for yourself?
Not one that I have prepared.
Here's the other thing. If we don't teleport it directly into his chest, how are we going to get it past the rib?
Break the rib again?
We're gonna have to break the rib. There's like no way to get around that at this point, I don't think.
If it's break the rib or accidentally kill him.
We don't need the heart that's sitting outside. We can just.
You guys can regenerate.
Right, you're saying regenerate one. Sorry.
We just need to get rid of the other one. The problem is, it takes about. It could take like 3 seconds or whatever number of rounds to get the heart back. So it could even take up to 10 minutes, because it's a dragon heart. So we need to make sure that he still has blood for the process of regeneration.
That can either be a breath of life spell or that can be a Nexa and Tress issue where we just keep the blood flow going somehow.
DM.
Yes.
Stupid question.
Yeah.
Would the control water spell work on blood?
Blood is 90% water.
Let's think about control water. All right.
I know that. Sorry, that was really loud.
It was.
Harley, did you have something?
Yeah, did anyone do that Arcana check on the glass heart yet?
Nope, nobody
I did.
has.
I got a 16. I didn't hear back.
That's right. You got a
on it,
16.
but
It's
don't
in
think it was
chat.
enough to
You
get it.
have no idea how
You're
it
muted,
works.
Andrew.
I can do another one to see if I can get any higher.
Sorry, you have no idea how it works.
As for the control water on blood, what did you determine? What did you determine?
Whoop.
My interpretation of control water is that you can absolutely use it to control blood, but please look at what the spell does before you use it, because I do not think it does what you think it does, whoever wanted to use it.
So for doing a knowledge arcana check on the glass heart, I got a 25. Would that tell me anything more?
Alright, a 25. So, you have never seen anything like this before. It seems to be... Well, I already described to you what it looks like. So, like, based on your arcane knowledge, there are methods by which spellcasters can imbue things with, it reminds you of something that you would see in a construct rather than a living thing.
Okay.
I'll leave it that much. It's almost like it's not making life. It's not even making a necrotic entity or even doing false life. It's simulated life.
DM,
Yeah.
can you tell me, with healing spells, can we keep him alive if he has no heart? And if so, for how long? Because, like, theoretically, I know the brain runs for however many seconds without blood anyway. But I don't know how much a healing spell can do to replace heart functionality, because it's kind of vital.
I also don't want to deal with a dragon with brain damage.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, what, deoxygenated.
This might be the
Brain.
dumb way of asking this too, but can Bertram tell us how they did it?
You could certainly ask him, and as to your two characters probably have no idea what any of that means. With deoxygenation of
Let's
the
be honest.
brain or brain dead. You guys honestly wouldn't know what that is. As for asking Bertram, you can certainly ask Bertram.
Hey, Bertram, how'd they pull this heart out of you and put a fake one in?
I don't remember.
These
Catch
things are
you in the
really
first
hard.
place.
I remember coming here. I remember flying down for fear of Diaz attacking you. I came down, and as I was flying in, all of a sudden I was hit with it was almost as if when I pierced through a curtain, I pierced through some sort of dark curtain. I thought that I could shake off the effect, but I burst through this curtain, and I don't remember anything. I remember waking up in a big room, and there was water and a big ceiling, and there was this water that was alight, and I was laying in the water. Remember that I looked down and there was a hole in my chest, and there was a wizard. He was bald and stern, and yeah, I don't remember his name. I've been in a daze, but I recall that he told me that I was as good as new, and I was better than new. I do have one thought, though. If you fear doing damage to me, there is, in Uthnamgard, a file If you would bring that file to me, I could ingest it. And though my heart would be out of my body, I could be sustained without breath or blood or food or water for at least enough time for you to put the heart back in. That being said, someone would need to keep this machine running while the rest of you proceeded to Uthnumgard to get this potion.
Okay, so another sort of dumb question. You said this other heart is made of crystal, right?
Yeah, crystal or glass thing clear.
I don't tend to have great tensile strength. So if they just cast Regenerate right now, would the growing heart eventually shatter it?
And then just get shredded in the process?
Potentially. Although it should shatter outward if you're growing it from the inside.
Make a, do you have health or survival or?
I can make a heal check.
Yeah, sure,
if you present the idea to me.
Yeah, I'll float the idea by people to those who would
Okay,
know
yeah,
more about this than I would.
Make a heal check.
I can do survival check. If I do it on Bertram, it's a plus 31.
Alright, go for it.
Yes!
Heal check 39.
Alright.
Sorry,
okay.
I didn't realize I was typing something.
Based off your combined putting your brains together, you really get the feeling that probably shattering glass and/or crystal inside someone's chest cavity is not good for their general health and well-being.
Yeah.
So, did you ever reach a decision?
I mean, he is a dragon, though.
Did you ever reach a decision as to whether or not the two of us casting Regenerate at the same time would make a difference?
Yeah, I did say that probably with only one of you casting, it may never happen or take a very long time to happen. Between the two of you, it will still probably be difficult, basically requiring a check beyond, beyond
So-
just casting a spell.
How much do we care about Bertram's ribs? Because if we do the teleport thing, then
Fixable.
we know it'll take less than a round to, according to the spell. He's a dragon, so DM can edit that if needed. But if we put the heart that's sitting on the counter or wherever it is back in him and get the other one out with the teleport spell, that takes care of both of those problems, and we can have him with the heart in less than a round, theoretically.
It was just the question about moving a heart outside of this plane with the teleportation spell.
But
That's fine.
would removing the heart would moving the heart outside of this plane actually kill him, or would he just be separated from it for a time?
I can't tell you that. I failed my check to try and find out.
I mean,
Also, okay. Has it been brought up? Has it been brought up to the group? I don't want to metagame here. Has it been brought up to the group that teleporting it would remove it from this plane?
Yeah, I think I mentioned that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Well then, Mr. Dragon Man, would that hurt you?
Would what hurt me?
Removing your heart through teleportation?
Let me put it this way. If somebody removed your heart and went to
It's a
another
yes or no
plane,
question, Bertram.
yes, I would die.
Okay.
wait. So I'm talking in character right now. Wait. So, if we just get you the thing you mentioned, so that you can live without your heart for a little bit. Anyway, teleporting would just be a faster way of healing you. But you're still not going to have a heart for a little bit, no matter what plan we have right now. So I thought you had a
My
plan. for getting around that?
I am in no state to be making plans, friend. Let me.
Yeah, and yeah. Wait, what?
Okay, so there's a ton of signal to noise going on right now. Okay, so let us
Nobody's
clarify.
talking, man.
I mean, idea sound. I mean,
Okay.
idea signal to noise. All right. So let's talk about some things. All right. So what have we clarified? All right. If Bertram's heart leaves the plane, Bertram dies. There's some sort of potion which you guys can get that can make it so Bertram can live without his heart for a time, thereby
We can take
making
his
the
heart out of
surgery.
so we can teleport the heart thing. If he has the
No.
potion.
Wait, so
We can't use teleport now.
But if he
but
has
if
the
we get the
potion,
potion,
we can though, right? No?
I would advise against it, as I am still bound by my soul to my heart.
so basically, it would allow us. It would work as in place of like blood running through if we wanted to like regenerate your heart.
Yes.
Okay.
Was there a verdict
And-
on not his heart, but the crystal being teleported?
I
Same
don't know.
effect?
Did anybody ask that?
Emily had in the
Yeah,
chat.
yeah, we asked it a while ago, I thought.
I don't think anybody asked it out loud. I think we just kept asking each
Yeah,
other.
no. Asking questions out loud is the best way to get in touch with me, unless it's secret.
I'm pretty sure I said something about that. But okay.
Yeah, somebody else like physically said it out loud.
Okay.
right.
I thought it
Now
was
we're,
loud.
can we let's let him answer it now.
All right. So, well, who would like to try and find out? This would be an Arcana check. This would be a straight up Arcana check.
I can check if I have a plus 12 to that if anybody has higher.
I have a 22 to check that, but you can check it too.
To knowledge Arcana, if anybody.
That's fine.
22 total, not plus 22. Like 22.
Oh, you rolled a 22.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
But
I'm
Harley
just
might
gonna
roll higher than
make
me.
a roll as Kazaroth.
Okay. I
'Cause
can.
She has crazy bonuses to Arcana.
Okay.
She's
I
plus
can also
24.
give a plus 3 by inspiring competence.
Sure, you can inspire her competence. She's a plus
Yeah, that's
24
why I was
already.
asking if anyone else had more.
I definitely do not.
Awesome.
I can roll too.
Okay, so that's going to be a 37. So
37 to pass?
37. So Kazaroth's going to come over and she's gonna very, very delicately kind of look around in there. Alright, as far as I can tell, you can do anything with this heart. I think it seems like a bad idea to break it in him, but I don't see why you couldn't teleport it out. I don't see why you couldn't magically destroy it. I don't see why you couldn't. I mean, if he had the potion, you could probably just tear it out. You could cut it out.
So,
That would be really painful.
So it's just
So,
a placeholder.
did we reach a conclusion on the regeneration of the heart?
I mean, regeneration spell says it can be used on any living creature because it is an immortal. We did say that it would probably be it had to be two clerics working together to make a series of, they would probably have to roll for it, unlike just
Okay.
like, I mean, that was something that we did talk about.
Then, other question. So, we came to the conclusion that if we were going to regenerate it, we would have to try to keep his blood inside of him while the heart was regenerated, or would the regeneration kind of take care of it?
That is not part of the regeneration spell.
Okay.
The people who have regeneration as a spell, you guys would totally know that.
Aliseth asks that.
No, I'm
that?
afraid blood is not covered under that.
What are you drinking?
Grape.
Water?
That looks like black. That looks like
Okay.
ink.
He's drinking DM evil juice.
Yeah.
Where do I get that?
Kool-Aid is DM evil juice.
Yep.
Other question.
Yes.
As a ranger whose favorite enemy is a dragon, would I know, like, could I be able to figure out how to keep the blood in him? Like, I'm sure I've stopped wounds before.
Sure.
Do I have any idea of how, like, would we have to do, like, heal checks on him? Could I, like, craft something that would hold the blood in while the heart is regenerating?
Well, the blood needs to be pumped. It doesn't need to just stay in. It needs to be pumped.
How long does it regenerate? Yeah, that's the other question. Does it need to be pumped or does it just need to stay in?
I'm thinking
living
all of these
thing.
questions are leading to the fact that we need to go get that potion he told us about.
Which is where?
Not
The Shadowfell.
necessarily. That's why I'm asking them.
Why? Well, I think you would have to keep the blood moving because that's how you like. This is out of
Right.
character. I obviously wouldn't know this, but you like for living things to live. Like the reason why you die is because your heart stops pumping blood around. Like if it's just sitting in there, you're going to die because you're getting no new blood coming around with new oxygen. It's not even so much blood; it's the fact that you're not getting oxygen.
Right.
So
really,
we wouldn't necessarily know that. You need to roll to try and figure that out. But the short answer is no.
so
That would not keep him alive if it's just there.
I do think some of this conversation is a little bit hard because I think we're thinking of this from a modern perspective when our characters
Yeah.
really wouldn't know what that necessarily is.
Like, let's be honest, our characters realistically would probably be putting leeches on Bertrand. Probably.
Yeah, you know, we just carry our leeches in our bag.
Question.
Hey, guys, Emily's trying to
What do you
talk.
say, Emily?
The whole point of me asking these questions is because we need Bertram in order to find out where Wolfenbard is. We don't know where it is. We can't get there, get the potion, and then come back. Like, there's no point in us regenerating Bertram if we're gonna find Wolfenbard anyway. Eliseth would be for letting him die because he's a dragon. So all the questions are to get to the point that we don't need the potion. So then if regeneration takes less than a round, that is less than 6 seconds. You can survive with your blood not pumping for 6 seconds. That should be fine.
Regeneration only takes less than a round if the heart is already in him, though.
It takes some time to carry the heart over.
Unfortunately, Dr. Cavallo, we do not.
Wait, so is this
Dr. Knowles, I'm sorry.
This is
I called you
basically
by
a
your
giant
fake name.
scientific breakthrough where we realize that the heart is in the chest, because most people don't know that.
That's actually probably true. Some of you are. Well, no, you're fighting.
Heart's in the mind.
No, you're fighting
Well, that's
people.
true. I guess I
You're
wouldn't know
fighting
that.
people. You know that stabbing people in the heart kills them dead.
You know, walk up to, oh, by the way, the heart's in the
Yeah.
chest, not in your brain.
Wait a minute. Carrots is like a healer. He knows that the heart, he knows anatomy, right?
You would have you would probably have a Renaissance level of understanding the human body.
Can we say
Alright,
Leonardo
that's a
da Vinci
Renaissance
Renaissance
level of
level?
anatomy.
They thought the heart was in the mind.
Repeat the question, Sean.
Can we say Leonardo da Vinci Renaissance level?
I mean, considering you are near to the world's birth, you have magic. I'd say you have a not Dark Ages understanding of the human anatomy.
Cool, that's fine.
I mean, Dozy is also a cleric of the goddess of restoration, so...
This is true.
Yeah, I feel like clerics and healers, especially magical ones, would have, especially ones that are going out around, fighting and carnage, would probably know better than most. So I feel like you guys
I think you guys would know, the hip bone's connected to the thigh bone and
to the hip bone.
the
Toe bones. Yeah, I feel like they could reasonably assume, okay, the heart pumps blood around, round and round.
In the Renaissance, they did in fact discover, in 1626, William Harvey made the breakthrough by studying dying dogs that the heart pumped blood around the body and it had 2 distinct beating halves. This discovery that blood circulated to the body changed medical practices.
There you go.
Technically, we could actually know this.
So you guys,
because it is Renaissance knowledge.
You guys would probably know that.
Okay.
Renaissance
Wait,
a little
but
earlier
if it
than
was
that,
discovered in the Renaissance, that doesn't actually mean that normal people knew it.
But you guys are normal people.
No, but I'm a
cleric,
healer.
Your clerics
as far
aren't
as
normal.
medicine
Capital, I
goes,
think I should.
Technically, the 1600 isn't the Renaissance either, but
Ethan, were you trying to say
I feel
something?
like the clerics might, but I feel like the rest of us probably wouldn't.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Ethan, were you trying to say something? I thought I heard you clear the throat.
Yes, I was.
Speak.
Madam Bod, you can convince people to do things they otherwise wouldn't, yes?
Usually, yeah. Why?
Well, the description he gave, Sir Dragon gave, was that one of the wizards that we've come across?
Which description?
The bald man, he said, the bald magic man.
Is that me?
The old magic man.
The ball. No,
New tavern.
you're going to have to assume that it is not you, Karens.
I was about to say, I have great hair. It might be receding a little bit, but I'm not bald.
Not you, idiot.
All right, that's it.
Yay!
That's it. I'm
Oof.
striking him. Hold up. I'm seriously using a spell to attack him.
Oh my gosh. Karens! Not
Look, he
helpful!
called me an idiot.
Karens!
You've insulted my honor.
At this point,
Karens!
Kaz,
Have enough self-confidence in yourself to not be insulted by that. Get over it. We have a bigger problem right now.
we don't even know who he is.
I want to throw stones and swords at him.
Don't make me bone shatter you.
Oh, go ahead and
Can someone
try.
counterspell Kazaroth?
Kazaroth is just sitting on the ground next to Bertram, just sitting there doing this.
I will
Rhea
have
knock
you
in the
bit
back of
by
her
a
mind.
snake with
She's
poison
popcorn.
you'll
She's
never
like,
survive, then run over you with a stampede, cut you into a million pieces with 70 swords, and then shatter you with a
Karen!
million stones.
Karen,
okay, we get it.
Karens still listen to Nexa.
Can we discuss this after we're done dealing with the dragons, and then you can kill each other to your heart's content.
I was actually going to say that. Twinning.
Uh,
Who is
Okay.
this guy anyway?
Anyway, as I was trying to indicate, Madam Bod, could you convince the wizards? Could you convince the wizards to fix him for us?
I mean, I could try, but it doesn't seem super likely because one, we don't have him here, and two, we haven't, we've killed all of the wizards we've come across.
Vilcus is going to chime in because apparently nobody else is running him. I say, if we can get to him, I'm pretty sure I can convince him to do something.
I'm so
Yeah,
proud
I mean-
of you, honey. This is No,
I'm convincing, but if they were alive, they'd have to be alive for me to convince them. I'd give it a shot, though.
Also, why don't we just... Bertram, where is the potion? Exactly. Where is also Uthnamgard?
Uthnamgard.
If you die right now, I will lose my mind.
kill you?
Yes.
Uthnamgard is my fortress in the Shadowfell.
Yeah,
Meant
where?
to guide.
Oh.
Allow me to continue, madam.
You're dying. You don't exactly have time to give a poetic explanation.
I'm
Brevity
sorry.
is the soul of wit.
Also, I'd like to point out that we have to go fix the bell. Stop the bell from being rung. It has been hours, maybe even days now. They must have found it.
I know. That's why we're trying to get you to tell us where exactly Uthnamgard is, because you said the bell was there.
Very well. All I know is that the file is in my chambers in Uthnamgard. My private chambers.
Okay.
And sir, how might we get there quickly?
This portal leads to a lake, which is near my fortress, perhaps a day's walk. You can see it whenever you come out. Whenever you come out of the portal, you may see my fortress and walk unto it. The bell is there. No doubt they have broken down the magical seals that have kept it behind. Friends, I do not know how long you will tarry in that world.
So you're saying basically that we should just take out the wizards and not worry about you.
I'm saying I need somebody to stay and run this machine if you were to take that
Furion.
course of action.
Raise Furion and leave Furion behind.
Question for everybody.
I can also stay.
Why do we care?
About which thing?
All of them.
Well, the bell will. We know the bell will destroy all known magic
Okay.
off of this plane slowly, like gradually, but it will basically ruin everything. I don't know, and anything that
Why
magic
would that ruin
sustains, I'm
everything, though?
assuming. I don't know.
Theoretically, the wizards have prepared for this eventuality, which suggests that they have some way of potentially keeping theirs and would allow them to remain in control. If all the undead and, that life didn't show it, they are kind of evil.
How likely that they can keep their own magic?
No idea. I missed last session, so all I was told was they have prepared for this or something like that.
Yep, you don't know. You're not the wizards.
Andrew.
Yeah.
Would I know anything like religion or arcana, or like, is there any way I would know anything about this whatsoever, or whether they'd be able to keep their magic?
You can make a hardcore either one of those checks to see if you know anything about the situation. But
I got a
Question: who actually wants to keep Bertram alive? Like, who actually cares?
I think I do. Also, isn't
29.
he like Taria's warrior? I feel like Taria would probably care if we purposefully let him die.
To that end, Kazaroth stands up, and you see that the gold that became part of her armor after her quest with the priestess and the dragon. You see that gold is now glowing.
Well, she is.
The dragon
Kaz, you're
lives.
glowing.
Yeah,
Okay,
I'm
A
with
little creepy.
Kaz.
Yeah, I'm not going to challenge that
He's
one.
never really done anything to make us want to kill him.
I mean, he's annoying as hell.
He's annoying. It's not
he also
necessarily
has a-
enough to kill somebody.
What, Nexa?
It's
Nexa,
not relevant now.
I'm sorry.
Madam Archer, I am a restorer. I am a restorer. I shall do no action that causes harm.
Okay.
To that end,
That-
boss, what's your name? And we have names too.
Sorry, what?
Who's speaking?
This is Kazaroth interrupts. She's
Next,
like, boss, we got names, and you have a name, and we should probably get that out of the way before we.
Yeah, Nexa,
Go
say
What are
away.
you doing here? Absolutely silent.
Hey, I have already told you my name. My name is Dozy, and yes, I do tend to live up to it sometimes. As for why I'm here, you don't really need to worry about that right now. It's much too long of a story. I will explain it all in
Give me the spark notes.
great detail.
Did you just snore in the middle of your sentence?
I told you I live up to my name.
Alright, so
yeah,
Give
I
me
am
the
still curious where you
spark
came
notes.
from. Like,
What?
why
I'm
should
sorry.
we trust you?
Yeah.
To Dozy.
Good point.
I vote Dozy
Okay.
off the island.
Not to be ungrateful or anything, but you're a weird guy who dropped out of the ceiling in a place where literally everything has tried to kill us.
Dozy's gonna pull up his sleeves and show the shackle marks on his wrists. I'm afraid when my restorative abilities were discovered, I was kept locked up. The only reason I got out is, well, you guys.
Just
Why
for
did
the
you get
sake
locked
of
up?
truth. Sense motive check, please.
Sense motive. Okay.
Why did he get locked up?
Go for it.
Ooh, that's good. 36.
He seems to be telling you the truth.
Okay.
There's clearly something being hidden, but what's been said is the truth.
So why was he locked up?
What he just told you in less dozy of words is that he was discovered for his restorative powers and was shackled because he could be basically used as like a medicine bank.
Also, I'd like to point out that this guy is small. He's a little bit odd looking, and he's neither a halfling, nor a dwarf, nor a goblin.
I also have floral pink skin.
How long does
Just
it look
as a
like
note.
he's been shackled?
I don't think you'd really be able to tell. Like, the marks have gotten bad enough by this point that it could be years, it could be just a couple months.
Would Casita be able to tell as somebody who grew up in shackles?
I think by looking at it, you'd be able to tell it's there for a long time.
Okay, Dozy. So you might not be familiar with this because it seems like you've been a prisoner for quite a while and you're not a recognized race. But
Pardon me, I take great offense to that.
that's fine. I can apologize if I'm wrong for all of it. But I'm in charge of everything. And
Excuse you! Kazaroth is going to yell over to...
Okay, guys.
That's fine. That's fine. Excluding the supernatural and things, those who answer the gods, I'm in charge of the entire empire. And I don't like being called an idiot. So you need to explain better.
Karens,
Yes.
he is an acceptable race.
He's a what?
He is of a known race of
Oh,
a sort.
and what
Just
race
so
would
you
that
know.
be?
Let's move on to the dying dragon, shall we?
Wait.
I still want to know why you think it's okay to call me an idiot.
Harley, what are you trying to say?
Next, I was gonna turn to Karens and say, "Wait a minute, is this all because he called you an idiot? It wasn't because he had just appeared out of nowhere, and we've all wanted to know like what he was doing this whole time? It was because he called you an idiot?"
I'll call you an idiot too, idiot.
Yeah.
Was that
He's
Kazaroth?
calling you an idiot because you're
Kazaroth.
being an idiot.
All right, everyone, we are wasting a lot of time.
I should have let the wizards have it.
Perhaps it would be most expedient for us to go to Shadowfell, find the wizards, destroy the wizard, and then if somebody wants to stay behind and keep Bertram alive, that person can do so. But we should probably go take care of the wizards, and if somebody wants to grab the potion, they can do that. But I think right now that's kind of the priority.
If we raise Furion, can we leave Furion behind to look after Bertram?
You could, but you would still need somebody to run the machine.
That can't be him.
I don't think Firion would have the knowledge
Yeah,
of how to run
what
something
kind
like
of
that.
engineering knowledge does Firion have?
Not really any. He knows how to make traps. He knows to see traps.
Okay.
That's about it.
So then,
Who
I
can-
mean,
Is Furion still dead?
Furion's in the bag of holding right now. There's like a loafer sticking out. No, I'm kidding. He's currently in.
Kill him.
who can run the machine?
Probably just you and Triss.
You and Triss can run the machine, and Triss has offered to
And
stay.
Gabrielle did say that she was willing to stay behind. She's not here right now.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm like, who's gonna be more helpful staying? Who's gonna be more helpful going?
I mean, Nexa, we are a little short on casters.
I was afraid you were gonna say that.
I'm afraid I am.
I should have stayed home today.
Arnold!
All right, so portal. Let's go. Alyssa starts walking towards the portal.
Gabriella's not here at the moment.
They must ring the bell 3 times.
Is there like a reset time?
What
on
happens
it?
if they ring it twice?
They ring it twice. The circle is not complete. 3
Okay.
times. Everything moves in.
Why is the spell even there?
It.
Hey,
Yes.
how possible would it be to just destroy Shadowfell?
You are asking me if it is possible to blot a plane of existence from existence.
Yeah.
Can we
It's
destroy
the
the
equivalent
bell?
of asking if you can nuke the entire world.
Well, no. So get this. This spell
Wish.
has the power in another plane to significantly affect our plane. However, if there was some other mechanism in our plane or in another plane that would affect Shadowfell in a similar way, we could just remove the bell's power rather than trying to fight wizards that, as far as we know, we have no hope of defeating.
They're really squishy.
Yeah, but there's
So
3 of
DM.
them, and they're the most powerful ones.
DM, do we have another bell that controls Shadowfell?
So, to the best of your knowledge, buried in all
not.
buried in all the back chambers of the Empire, buried in all the X-Files, hidden under the secret places of the Imperial capital, you have no knowledge of such an artifact. You can ask your friends.
Hey, Bertram,
Yes.
is there any way to disable the bell without going and killing the wizards?
The bell was forged in the dawns of time by the demigods, in case war would ever become too great on the material plane so that it could not be recovered. It was meant to be the end of all wars. So, what I say to you is that no, not that I know of, not even I in my vast knowledge have encountered an artifact of this power.
Alright, I'm taking hiatus and hanging out with Aurori after this. Holy heck. Demigods can make a bell, so can I.
That escalated quickly.
That is
Elisa
what?
starts walking towards the portal and walks through it.
Yeah,
Okay.
and then Dozy gets this big grin on his face and says, "Come along, idiot," and goes and walks through the portal.
Alright, so Eliseth, you are the first one. So Eliseth, as you step...
I rolled stuff first.
Alright, you roll... Alright, what'd you roll for stealth? Alright, and going through the portal was the first thing you were gonna do once you get to the other side.
Look around for the fortress.
Okay, so as you step through, immediately you find yourself very, very cold, very, very wet, and in darkness.
I have low light vision.
Alright, so as your elf self, you are able to see that you are currently underwater. You are underwater. You see behind you the gate crackling and throwing this light. You see this crackling light streaking through the water around you. You see a rocky bottom flashing around you. You see that there is the entrance to some underwater cave off to your right, and above you, you see very, very, very dull light. Also, with your, I don't know, godlike perception, you all of a sudden you see that there is a dark form about your size streaking up from the bottom towards you.
I swim away.
Alright, go ahead and make a swim check.
Oh gosh. 15. Does this form look threatening?
Considering the form is streaking right at you and appears to be brandishing some sort of pointed weapon.
Okay, yeah, I swim away.
Alright, and what was your swim check?
15.
15, alright. Alright, so you're swimming, so which way are you heading?
Preferably for the surface, and if I see like a shore type thing, preferably there.
Alright, so, alright, so, as you head to the surface, okay, so you get to the surface is about 20 feet above you. So you're going to break the surface, but just as you do, the form catches up to you and is going to try and grapple you. Alright, so you're going to make a strength check, dex check, acrobatics check, something like that.
Okay. Oh. Oh, that's a 12.
That's a 12. Okay, so you break the surface, and all of a sudden you feel something grab your legs and yank you back under. And as you are yanked back under, you are treated to the sight of this being. You weren't sure. Let's see. You're treated to the sight. Give me a minute here. Of if Andrew could actually spell like a human. You are treated to the sight of this beautiful being.
Back it up.
Oh, great.
And it currently has a death grip on your legs and is dragging you underwater.
I would like to chop at its arm with my sword.
Alright, so this is going to be this is definitely going to be I don't remember the Pathfinder rules for underwater combat.
I'll see if I can look it up.
Are there plants around?
I am give me a minute. I'm actually looking it up right now, so we should be fine. Alright, so see, underwater. This is the one thing that I told you, I prepped for this session, but I did not prep for the fact that you guys are probably gonna be fighting underwater.
Well, then why'd you send an underwater creature that fights us?
Ah,
Probably because you jumped into a lake.
this is gonna be terrible.
Alright, so
Okay, so
there we go.
Also, Bedlam, the portal like throws you into like random places around.
Also,
Shadowfell.
so Dozy, you also stepped through the portal.
Yes.
Dozy, you are currently underwater, and you are witnessing. What kind of? You have dark vision, right? Is it gnome?
Low light.
You have low light. Okay, so you're able to see barely. You're able to see two forms struggling near the surface.
How far do I see the surface away from me?
About 20 feet.
Okay, I cast lower water.
All right, what does that do?
A 130 foot by 130 foot area of water gets lowered by 26 feet.
I love you right now.
All right, so, wait. Do you have to? What components does that spell have?
A pinch of dust.
Do you have dust?
No, I mean like do you have to say anything to cast that spell?
It just says components, material, a pinch of dust for lower water.
In that case, Eliseth, you are struggling
no
on the...
components should just say should have either a verbal, somatic, or material, like by letter listing.
For clerics, we prepare our spells in the morning.
That doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
that doesn't change the fact that only casting it requires a certain activation.
That's what it says for basically every spell.
Okay, so verbal means you have to be able to speak. You're currently underwater.
I can't speak underwater? Expel what air is in my lungs?
I mean, technically you could.
Hmm.
Like people talk about, like I talk.
I've had
underwater, I'm in the
conversations with
pool.
people underwater.
That's...
It's like a thing that you do.
True.
It's fun.
You know what? Okay, so in real life, Andrew, it makes sense that you can scream a spell underwater. Like, you probably can't do it multiple times. But I feel like you could do that underwater. Fellow DMs?
I don't see why not.
I'd agree with you on this one, because you can speak underwater if you've got oxygen. I think it would decrease the amount of time you can hold your breath, though.
That makes a ton of sense.
Yeah.
Fortunately for this, it would be completely irrelevant, because, Eliseth, as you are struggling with this strange fishy being, Dozy walks out and goes, and So the
Maybe
question
you
is,
can only do it once or twice
yeah,
before refilling.
yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So does the water? So let me this way, Dozy, does the water like doggy? Does the water does the water go down like nice and slow like this, or does the water go like?
Let me pull up the spell description again.
I can look it up right now too, but
It says this causes water or similar liquid to reduce its depth by as much as 2 feet per caster level. It's lowered within a squarish depression. It does not say anything about how quickly it moves.
Under where it says has the range and the duration and everything, there's one, I forget exactly what it says, but it's basically like how quickly it acts. Is it instantaneous or does it say like 1 round or whatever?
Well, the duration, it says the duration is 10 minutes per level, so it'd be 130 minutes.
that's how
But
long
that
you
would just be
keep
how
it.
long it'll last.
Yeah.
Right, but there's another component of spells that if like it says most of them are instantaneous. Because if it takes a while,
Ethan,
it'll.
are you using control water? Because it does say the second version causes first version causes water in the area to swiftly evaporate or sink.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I missed that.
Oh,
I was looking
cool.
under lower water. I didn't see the part above that.
Yeah.
Neat. Okay, so in that case,
So you might end up falling
in
some,
that case, suddenly, Eliseth, you and this being suddenly find yourself tussling in midair and plummeting towards the rocky bottom.
Scary. I try to situate him so he's under me.
Cool. Make an acrobatics check.
Okay.
Is this technically grapple?
16.
So what was it?
16.
All right, and he's gonna try and do a strength check to do the opposite to you. You succeed. All right, so he's gonna take 2 points of fall. He's gonna take 2 points of falling. He's gonna take 2 die of falling damage, and you're going to take 1 die of falling damage. Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay. He's gonna take 10 points of fall damage, and you're gonna take 4.
Cool.
All right.
How shallow is the water now?
Well, let's see. You said you dug it down by 26 feet.
Yeah.
Well, this lake is, here we go. I can show you guys a picture of the lake.
Oh, it's a lake.
It's like a little lake. It's a pond, really. It's a pond. Here we go. This is where you guys are currently. Or well, some of you guys are currently. I don't know what the rest of you guys are doing. But here's the lake. This is the size of the lake. The lake is 80 feet by 70 feet.
So I lowered the entire lake.
Yes, you did. You lowered the entire lake.
Is he still grappling me?
He is still grappling you.
Can I get out of it somehow?
Go for it. You can make an acrobatics check, dex check, strength check.
8.
8, 11. He is going to hold you in this check, and he is going to start biting you.
Are we starting initiative yet? Are people coming through the portal? Can I have help?
We should probably come through the portal.
I mean,
Okay,
we
so
can always
those
post
are
things
in
for a little
point
bit
of
longer.
fact, if you didn't walk through the portal alone, then help would be there.
What's your touch armor class, Alyssa?
13.
13. Okay, that doesn't even come close to hitting anyway.
What is this thing? It was like, what was it called? Just out of curiosity for myself.
You don't know?
I'm not coming.
Oh, for Triss.
No, Gabrielle wants to know because Gabrielle is not going to be involved.
Oh, what's the thing Eliseth
Yes.
is fighting?
What
Okay.
did you think I was asking?
Uh,
Is there like a slight delay on my audio because I can't tell if you're just taking a while to respond or like because it feels like there's a slight lag.
No, I'm just taking forever.
Okay, that's fine. I was just wondering. All right. Oh, map. Where is it? Map. Okay. Yeah, Trish is staying on this side to poke the machine thing. I
Okay.
don't know if that was said out loud.
Yes. Hey, Vilkas walks through the portal. And as he goes, the last thing Vilkas hears is Casual going, "Wait, honey."
He doesn't care. He saw his elf friend walk through the portal. He wants to fight things, so he walked through the portal.
Something witty, doghouse, whatever. Alright, so Vilkas walks through the portal, and Vilkas discovers Dozy, looking around, rather impressed with himself at the fact that he seems to have conquered nature. And
Wait.
yes,
Hang on. Back up a minute. Did
Yeah.
she tell him he's gonna be sleeping in the doghouse?
yes, she did.
It's funny because they're dogs.
I mean,
Their house is technically a dog. Anyway,
Close enough.
are we
Wow.
gonna do initiative or do we just do whatever?
As of right now, there really is no initiative. It's just you and this. I mean, you and this guy can roll initiative.
it's you and the frog monster biting each other's ankles.
The rest of us going through the portal.
I don't know.
Because
Dozy,
wait
Nexa
Dozy,
is probably
I
not
will
going to
tell
go through
Trish to
until
be safe before she goes.
yeah.
Dozy.
Nexa
And I will
will walk
stealth.
through. Nexa will go through when everyone else goes through.
Okay, Dozy, are you doing anything to assist, Archer, Madam Archer?
Harley,
How far away are they now?
What, Sean?
Karen's is waiting for everyone else to go through as well, because he didn't want to. He wanted to be the last one going through. So towards the end, he's just gonna kind of watch Nexa and wait for her to step through, and when she doesn't, just kind of shuffle towards the teleport thing and see if she follows, and then eventually just go through.
Trish is just gonna watch like Karen's like slowly taking baby steps and then turning and looking at Nexa, and then like walking a little bit forward and then looking at Nexa.
Nexa's just going to look at Karen's and be like, "What are you doing?"
Actually, Gabrielle, Karen's was only taking like half of his normal steps. He's just really short.
Yeah.
All right,
Trust everything
so
is baby steps.
I was stealthing when I was going
Alright.
through, so I'm gonna roll. for
very
that.
Yeah,
cool.
Nexa will go through, but like she doesn't want to be like just one person walking through. She's like we're all collected as a group.
All right, so here we go. Here's
Longest walker.
LSF. LSF, you're right about. Whoa, LSF, you are not that large.
Also, let's turn into the Mad Titan.
All right,
Hey, Gabrielle.
Pink or blue?
Who's
If-
calling me?
Yes, it's me. Do you want to run Vilcus since Chris is not coming with us? If that makes sense.
Did Noah say have anybody in line, or is he just AWOL?
Not that I'm aware of. Did
I'm-
ask it? Did anyone get asked by Noah to run Vilcus for tonight?
nope.
All right, I'm gonna make that the DM's call because I do have plans. What those plans are?
I mean, as for right now, if you want to make sure Vilcus doesn't injure himself, in case anybody cares, the Yankees beat the Red Sox 4-1 this evening.
What's that?
Oh my word. Tasha, only your close friends and relatives can see you.
It's a natural 2. Cut me some slack.
Alright,
My
so,
standard little feud.
Dozy, you're gonna be the Red Heart for tonight.
Wait, so what's the rolling on Vilcus?
You can be Vilcus right now if you want to be. For right now, control will probably shift back to Emily, I guess. Or you.
I'm gonna let Emily run that because
Alright, so.
I have plans.
Okay.
Alright, so
Okay.
right now the people on the map are Vilcus, Dozy. Let's see, the portal's down here. So I didn't expect you guys to drain the lake. So I didn't draw a portal. So the portal's down there, that's where Vilcus is at. Dozy, you're out here. And you guys are struggling up over here. Alright. Okay, so what you guys have succeeded in doing is right now it has grappled you. Right now you're still held in the grapple, LSF. and it's going to attack you twice. It's going to do that by attacking you twice. First one's going to be, I think that comes to, that's a terrible roll.
Thank you, Gabriel. You said that I am running Vilcus.
You know what? Just because I'm bored, I'll keep an eye on him for now. I'll switch it over to you
Oh, so this is a 22 hit.
eventually.
Yeah, that kind of hits.
Yeah, 22 hits. All right. So as you're grappling with him, he's got it like choked up on it, but he's able to get you, like shove you like up into your chest. He gets like he's got a trident. He's like choked up on the handle. He's able to like that with the trident. That's gonna be 5 plus strength. That's gonna be 7 damage. 7 damage to you from the fishman, and now it is your turn.
I'm gonna try to break grapple again.
Alright.
How far away are they from me? What is that, like 20 feet?
At the moment, sir, that is 25 feet, sir.
Okay. Whenever I get a chance, just let me know.
Sure, after Eliseth goes, you're more than welcome to take a chance.
Can Vilcus also go? I roll initiative for him.
Yeah, Vilcus can go. Since Dozy was there first, I'm gonna let Dozy go first. But Vilcus can go after that.
Alright, I'll break out the thing.
I rolled an 8, if you didn't see that.
You rolled
Good.
an 8. Okay, cool.
Wait, who was the 23? I'm
Oh,
very
you rolled an
confused.
8? You are...
No, okay. Vilcus rolled
Okay.
a 23 on his initiative. I rolled a 5 on my initiative. I rolled an 8 to break grapple.
Alright, cool. Alright, so you are, as a matter of fact, you are successfully able to break grapple.
Yes!
Alright, cool. Now,
What does this thing have? Like toothpicks for arms? Jeez, that was hella easy. You got lucky, fam.
Alright, so you are freed from the grapple.
Can I do anything?
Also, you could theoretically make a melee attack, a single melee attack.
I do so.
Alright, cool. With your sword?
Yes.
Alright. Roll for attackage.
That's a 25 to hit.
That hits.
Sweet. He is not a favored enemy.
Are strange frog monsters that you met in the...
That's 9 damage.
That's 9 damage. Alright, so you stab him and he's kind of reeling a little bit. You stab him pretty good. So it's 9 damage plus the damage you took from falling. He's not looking too hot.
Oh, sweet.
This is going to bring us to Dozy Melon.
Is the melon awake?
I'm gonna keep it simple.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't going to, but I'm going to because you said he doesn't look good. So I'm trying to pull up a spell here. Sorry. I'm going to just kind of like put my arms up out of the water and like start acting really excited because there is all the look on your face. The look on your face is glorious. I'm going to start looking very excited because all of a sudden there is a giant ukulele that is glowing in the sky that comes crashing down to hit him. Spiritual weapon.
Your spiritual weapon is a ukulele?
Yes!
Oh my gosh. That was like the weirdest segue into a ukulele falling from the sky. Like, that wasn't weird enough.